Please, important notice. As you clicked on this video, I want you to watch this video. I will advise, I will suggest, I will plead with you to watch this video till the end for proper understanding, right? For proper knowledge, right? Before leaving a comment, because it will help us. This video is something that is not common on the internet, but I will suggest, I will advise, for God's sake, for peace sake, for humanity's sake, for nature's sake, kindly watch this video till the end. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back once again to another episode of saying it just as it is here in Chivik Inspirations. And yes, if you're just coming across this voice for the first time, hi, this is Chivik Inspirations, and here in Chivik Inspirations we say it just the way it is, raw and undiluted, not to spite, not to demean, not to demarket anyone, any country, but to motivate, inspire, captivate, educate, entertain, not just you, but your spirit, your soul, and your body. So guys, today we are back again with another interesting, another controversial, but educating and entertaining episode. Yes, this topic today we are about to treat, just like you've seen according to the title by now, it's one topic that most people will definitely want to shy away from, and will likely or more likely be always want to be talked about by this particular tribe we are about to talk about today. So first off, I would like to start from way back home, which is my own country, Nigeria. Being in Nigeria, from the south part of Nigeria, and the geopolitical zones and regions we have in Nigeria, the three major ethnic group or language or ethnicity we have in Nigeria as Nigerians. First off, in Nigeria we have the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo'S, right? These are the three major ethnic groups, major language we have that represents the country Nigeria. So when you hear Nigeria, these three geopolitical ethnic group and language rings a bell in your heart, in your mind, and in your head, right? But amongst these three, I want us to look at one particular tribe, which is the Igbo'S, right? And disclaimer out here, let me just put this out here. I'm a Nigerian. I stand a better chance to talk about my country in the most understanding, in the most unbiased, in the most raw and truthful way whatsoever. And the bitter truth is, what I would say today might not really sit well with you. You might feel free to disagree, to agree, because you know why? We are all entitled to the way we perceive things, we see things, we understand things, and we represent things. And that is what I am doing today. The way I do things, I understand things, might be definitely different from the way you, on the other hand, understand things, right? But the good thing is, with maturity, understanding, and being very, very realistic, we should definitely, time to time, put out constructively, respectfully, our opinions, our different opinions. That's what makes us whom we are, and different doesn't really mean that there should be sentiment attached or bias attached. But if you tend to take it personally or perceive it from a negative angle, it's left to you, and that is not actually what this video is all about. The main goal and objective of this video is to really understand better, have a better understanding of whom the Igbo's are, how they operate, and some certain things that this tribe do right here in the country Nigeria and outside Nigeria, wherever they find themselves. If it is actually acceptable, if it is okay, if it is not okay, and what does it really mean, and why does it really have to be that way? Why do they really have to do things the way they do? Because as a Nigerian, I keep asking this question always, that why does this tribe definitely do the things they do, act the way they do most times, and most of them, not all of them, because in all culture, in all tribe, everybody is different. And right there in the three geopolitical ethnic group as well, Nigerian speaking languages and tribe, the Hausas out there have the way they behave, have the way they do their things, which is quite known to them, but also to others, right? The Yorubas also have a way they behave, they do their things, which is also quite known and understood by them and to some other people who are not part of them. And we are the South, particularly from my own personal angle, are different entity altogether, even though we are not majorly cited in the map, in the geography directly to say these are the South. No, but so many a time the Igbos definitely always try to put us under them, making it look like by history, by origin, by everything whatsoever we are the Igbos. Even though truth be told, we share boundaries, we share similarities in culture, similarities in language speaking, and some other things. But truth be told, we are not the Igbos, we are not Igbos, and we cannot be Igbos, not because there's any string attached, but because we are a different entity altogether. Our character as South Niger Deltas are totally different. The way we think, the way we act, the way we behave is totally different from the Igbo culture and the Igbo tribe, the way they behave. So that's why personally, from my own angle, I cannot in any way say I am Igbo. Though my names be Igbo, like I said, we share similarities in language understanding and some other things. I don't see myself as an Igbo woman or an Igbo person by identity, by origin. So let's not really flog on that or dwell in that, but I needed to touch this, right? But another major reason why I'm talking about this is this. Like, we Nigerians know that if you're an Igbo person listening to me or watching this video, I need you to pay attention, listen carefully, without sentiment, without bias, okay? After all, we are one Nigeria, so there's no room for hate or whatever, and there's no way I can even see my fellow Nigerian, no matter the tribe, and they are in trouble, I cannot come to their rescue. That's me being personal here, so don't take it personal, right? Let's have a common conversation and understanding so that I will understand better and you will understand better, and every other person will understand better. Particularly, the main reason why I'm doing this video is I've come across videos from Ghanaians, putting out there that the Igbos are trying to force themselves on them. The Igbos are taking kingship in their land. The Igbos are claiming that they are part of the Ghanaian country and they have a root in the country Ghana. And in fact, the Igbos forming unions, organizations, society, name it, whatever, that represents, that unites and brings them together wherever they found themselves, particularly in the country Ghana. And don't get it twisted, the Igbos are in every other part of the country. That's why they will always say, or we will always say as Nigerians, that anywhere you travel to, this is a common saying between or amongst we Nigerians, that you don't find, anywhere you travel to, that you don't find an Igbo man there. They know this thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, and just leave it in the comment section if you've heard this, that if you go or travel to anywhere you don't find an Igbo man there, just run for your life. Meaning that there is no limit to where an Igbo man can travel to. Anywhere you definitely feel that people cannot travel to, in any part of this planet Earth, in any part of the world, best believe that an Igbo man will go there, not just going there, establish, do well, and even dominate the place. This is a fact. This is a fact. And that is why it is no news or it's not shocking when we see the Igbos in some countries, particularly, let's use Ghana as a case study today, go there, travel to Ghana, unite, establish, and form alliance, form unions, form kingship, form whatever they actually do in countries, and a country like Ghana, right? And the Ghanaians whatsoever who always want to feel like they are being threatened, they are not comfortable, because to them, I believe it's strange, it's weird that these people, the way they come to their land, and because they are being granted the freedom, which is the freedom to travel, unite, immigrate, inhabit in their country, is being overstretched, is being, in a nutshell, as they will commonly say, they are forcing themselves on them. The Igbos are forcing themselves on them. I personally feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed when I see comments or headlines like this, because I'm a Nigerian and a slap to one is a slap to all. And it got me thinking and asking, why do my people from the Igbo tribe and culture always migrate to other people's country, establish, interact, and try to dominate? Why? I know this is also common with the northern Nigeria, which is the Hausas too, the Fulanis too. You see, wherever these people go to, they gather there, they want to, they establish there, they want to they occupy, and most times try to dominate. It is the domineering power for me, right? I need to really take my time and talk about this. It is the domineering power for me, and that is where I am really skeptical and uncomfortable with, right? Like, as a Nigerian that I am, if I want to put myself in other people or other countries or citizens' position or situation, I would definitely feel the same way, right? Because, like, let's take for instance, this is my home. I invite you, or I grant you access to my home. You come to my home, and at the end of the day, you begin to act in your own personal character behavior that definitely might not sit well with me completely, or I might not really accept or like completely. I would definitely, as a human being, begin to feel, unsafe, uncomfortable, and in fact, I will begin to, withdraw, because I will look at it that if I give that free access, if I give that complete access, you might really one day throw me out of my home or take over my home, right? This is not just to the Igbos, it's applicable to all human beings in a nutshell. So when a particular tribe, like the Igbos more importantly, travel outside, because you people, the Igbos might be doing this, unknown to you, that this is how other tribe or other citizens of other countries feel about it. And most times when they tend to tell you that this is how they feel, you misunderstand it, that they are being, they are being tribalistic, they are being racist, and they are being so myopic, they are being so uncivil, biased, hypocritical, name it, towards you. But in a nutshell, you might not really know that this is how other citizens of other countries feel about the way you people travel, migrate, settle in, interact in terms of business, whatever, and most importantly, try to dominate. It's something that would never, to me, or we definitely never want to sit well with citizens of other country, particularly in Ghana. Now you travel around the world, definitely you will find the Igbo people there. And this is not to say that it is completely a bad idea. No, it is not a bad idea to travel out. I need you to understand me without sentiment and bias, without hypocrisy. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's talk about it. And if you're a Ghanaian listening, a Nigerian listening, or any citizen from any part of the world, I need you to also listen carefully and see where I am coming from in addressing things like this, right? So, like what I'm saying, you will feel threatened. Every human being will feel threatened when you invite a friend, to the house, no matter how you love that person, and you love that person, and the person tend to do things that overrule you, overpower you. As a human being, you will be uncomfortable, and this is where the reaction comes from. And most times, this reaction might definitely come with anger and violence, and it becomes a bad situation that, at the end of the day, the whole world will tend to perceive it from the negative angle. Oh, we blacks hate black, the blacks hate black, the blacks don't like each other, we Africans don't like each other. But in a nutshell, or in a rare sense, it wasn't supposed to get to that point. If the Igbos know their boundaries, relocate to where they go to, migrate to where they go to, stay there quietly, calmly, interact, do business, live freely, abide to the rules and regulations of the country, and in a nutshell, majorly know your boundaries. You see, when you talk about boundaries, it's something that has been thrown under the carpet, and most people don't tend to, take it seriously. They take it as, no, it's a free world. You can behave the way you want to behave. You go to anywhere, you can do the way you like. In fact, you can even overtake. Overtaking is allowed. My dear, that is the basics and the foundation of war, problem, and violence. And to my Igbo Nigerians, I would say this is most times where you people get it wrong. As a South, even a Benin man, a Niger Delta man, in fact, most times, you see, we, this tribe, the South geopolitical zone, we are not that people that would relocate or migrate to anywhere, and we begin to form alliance, we begin to overshadow, dominate, and what have you. We don't do that. It is our God-given nature to migrate to where we go to, get the goodness of the land, live peacefully, amicably in the land, do things respectfully in the land, and at God's given time, if we don't find that place comfortable, we leave quietly. You will not hear us make noise, and we respect the people, the citizens of the land. We know our boundaries, we don't cross it. I'm just giving you a background knowledge of how we, the South people, the Niger Deltas, behave. We don't even go beyond our boundaries to even say we want to look for trouble, because you know why? We are not the troublesome type. But when you bring trouble to us, when you come with problem, with our last breath, we give you times 100-fold of that trouble. That's how we are. Naturally, go and ask. That's how we are. Even in Nigeria here, we don't cross our boundaries between ourselves. In our different tribes and locality, we don't. We respect each other. Everybody knows their boundary. And that's the mentality we go out with. But when most of these 3 geopolitical zones and tribes, these ethnic groups, particularly the Igbo today we are talking of, goes out, you see the way they want to do things as though they are overpowering the people. My dear, it is not everybody that likes that kind of thing. Like, how many times have we heard that the Northerners, even though they have their way of doing things, they do it within the shores and border of Nigeria here. We know that the Hausa people, the Fulani, name them, the Middle Belt, when they relocate to anywhere, they are kind of domineering, like they kind of, spread out and try to overpower and dominate the place. But they don't take that outside the shores of Nigeria, because they know that it is not their land. If they travel, they respect themselves too and come back. Where you see the northern Nigerians, the outsiders, behave that certain way is within the shores of Nigeria. Investigate about what I'm saying and let me know if I'm wrong or right. I stand to be corrected without sentiment, without bias, without insult. No, I don't need that here, because if you do that, I'm going to block you off. Just take it that we are having a conversation as learned, exposed, and civil people, right? But the truth must always be told. Maybe if no Nigerians have come out to say these things, you people should know that as the Igbos, there are some certain way you people travel or relocate, migrate, and behave in the country you find yourself that the citizens of those countries will not tolerate, will not accept. And if that country's citizens are not calm, coordinated people, if they want to follow you people with the way you people behave at times, it will result to war. Look at what is happening, or what happens most times, time to time, in South Africa. It is not because you people are not, representing your country most times in the good limelight, but there are some certain things that you people are doing that you don't even see it as an issue, as a problem. You don't take it seriously. You take it mildly, but the citizens of those countries would definitely not like it. And if they are violent people, the only way they will express themselves is in violence. And this is not me promoting or supporting violence, right? But most times when issues are happening, crises are happening between we West Africans, between we Africans, blacks, we should look down deep to the grassroots, to the bottom, and ask ourselves, where is this issue coming from? What is the cause of this problem? Where are we getting it all wrong? By right, we are supposed to be united as one. But in course of the unity, we should learn to know our boundaries, respect our boundaries. Like, take for instance, you are in the UK or you are in the US and you go there, you want to dominate, you want to take over, you want to overrule. Like, how do you think, will those people even give you breathing space? The whites, will they give you breathing space? And if you push for that, the level they are going to take you to. Because they themselves do not take chances. We know how the rate of racism is out there. So maybe that's why most times these things are not really common there, even though you people try to practice it. But please, this is no shade, it's no bashing, it's no dragging, but it's a calm, solemn dialogue with my Igbo tribe in Nigeria. Wherever you go, I truly commend, if you know me very well personally, you know that I commend the Igbos for how hardworking, how thriving they can be, how successful they go into business and become. I truly commend, I respect, and I applaud them so much for that. But please, learn to draw the lines. Learn to know your boundaries. Maintain your boundaries. Because if I ask you these questions in return, will you allow Hausa people, Ghanaian people, South Africans, name them, Kenyan, different tribes, different countries, come to your Igbo communities and begin to behave and act the way you people behave when it comes to dominating? Will you? Can myself as a Rivers woman come to the Igbo land and dominate and try to dominate, and you accept me and even crown me? Can you? And to think of the fact that you don't even know what will happen the next minute, the next year, or what have you, that the citizens of the country can say, just like what happened in the past, everybody, if you don't have this or if you don't have that, go back to your country, because that is the legit legal right of every country, right? To say, we want these people here, we don't want these people here. But that is not what we've always been preaching. We've been preaching for one West Africa, one Africa to the world. But regardless of that, there are ways that citizens of other country, or you people representing Nigeria as citizens of Nigeria, go and behave out there. It might prompt or call for issues like this, and it will affect other people definitely who are not even acting and behaving the way people do. There are so many things. Go out there, you see that are not supposed to be in another man's country. People put out there that is questionable. And when I hear the people of the land call you people out openly, I feel embarrassed. I will tell you the truth. Because you people don't know that as Nigerians, there are some things you people do, whether not in Ghana, in any country, that you represent in a wrong way as Nigerians, that will truly and definitely affect other Nigerians, because a name to one is a name to all. Please, I don't know if definitely I'm the only one that feels this way. Because one thing I understand with you people is that when they try to tell you people that this is what people are doing wrong, you tag it to be something else and begin to breed hate, the hatred, you begin to breed malice and what have you. But at this point, you see me, I don't care. I will always tell you the truth to your face. I don't even mind whom you are. As long as this is what I think and it's my opinion, I will say it to your face. I will not say it behind you. That's why I'm different. I will not even say it in a disrespectful way. But if you want to tag it to be anything at this point, I don't care. But truth be told, the bottom line and the cross of the matter we are addressing today is learn to know your boundaries. Learn to know your space and your position in people's land, people's home. You travel to any part of the country in Nigeria that is outside your land, respect those people. Know your boundaries. Even if you're doing business or what have you, respect those people and stay in your boundaries so that peace will reign. You don't go to people's country and people's states or land and tell them how they will do things, how they are not doing things. Like, what audacity? You can even suggest or advise people in a matured way, but not making it as though you are now the landlords, you are now the owner, the people don't have say, or they are so stupid and dumb that they don't know what they are doing again. Do you forget that before you came there, they are already existing, they have their culture, their traditions? Please, these are the things I needed us to address and talk about, particularly my Igbo people. And please, this is not to demean, spite, or bring any of my tribe down, right? But this is something that I need us, or you people as the Igbo tribe in Nigeria, to go back to your closet as a human being, as an individual with the right frame of mind and good sense of thinking and reasoning, and put these things in order. If the way people travel to other people's land and dominate, do things, if people come to those your village communities, can a Rivers man even come to Igbo land and begin to drag tie to collect this, collect that? We don't do that. It's not even in our nature. But if people come tend to do that, how will you people feel? Please. I feel embarrassed when I see that other countries are dragging this tribe, the Igbo tribe. I feel embarrassed. And I will not hide my feelings. You might like me, you might hate me. You know me, I am not here to seek for validation, seek for your love, seek for your likeness. No, I have Igbo friends, I have Igbo families. In fact, I'm partly related to the Igbo when it comes to marriage. So I'm not saying this because I hate the Igbos. In fact, I'm unbiased. I love every part of Nigeria. And that's why I'm not for the breaking out of Nigeria. I'm not for that. I see us as one Nigeria. So tag it to be whatever you want or you like. I don't care. So with due respect, my Igbo tribe, wherever you find yourself, know your boundaries, remain there. Don't overcross your boundaries. Stop overdoing things. Stop it. It's annoying. It's irritating. If nobody has told you, I need to tell you people that. We know so on our get sense, on our smart, on our sabi. But at least, limit it. Nobody saying you should be a prisoner, no. After all, if you're abiding by the rules and regulations and traditions of a country, you're good to go. But please, I just feel like I should come out here, react to this and talk about this. Let's have this conversation. And at this point, I believe I've spoken the minds of many, not just alone the Ghanaians, about at least some, even in Nigeria, some other tribes in Nigeria, some other country in Africa. So wherever you are, you've listened up to now. I don't want to, make this video too lengthy. Just let me know what are your thoughts, your opinion in the comment section. And please, this is not for any room for insult or disunity or whatever. It's for us to converse and know our wrongs, our mistakes, where we are going wrong. Even we the Southside, we have our own flaws too. If you call us out, we'll learn, we'll take corrections, and we'll correct ourselves immediately. Nobody is perfect. So it's for just that common purpose. right? So with this, we've come to the end of this episode. I needed to clear this out of the air so that we know where we are and what we are doing as Nigerians, anywhere we find ourselves, because we are still one West Africa and Africa to the world, right? So leave your thoughts, your opinion, all down in the comment section, and let this conversation continue from there respectfully. Emphasis on respectfully. If you drop any negative comment, insulting comment, in fact, if you don't know how to talk, it is not in this space. I will delete and block. That's how I operate. You see, I did not insult anybody, so don't insult anybody, right? I feel your pain. Regardless of your pain, as citizens of Ghana, as citizens of any country, be respectful, because we need to respect each other. That's what I uphold. Even if you make me angry, I will tell you my mind with respect. Or if you insult me, I will remove you from the picture. Okay? Thank you so much for your understanding, for your love, for your support. Remember, you owe yourself nothing but your peace of mind, your happiness, and your sanity. So like, come up here on this space in my next episode. For now, this is me, Chivik Inspiration, signing out. You have a blessed day out there. Bye, guys.